Hi, I'm Susan Waters from Exceeding Joy. Our scripture this week is 1 Peter 2, verse 1 to 2. And it says, "Therefore, laying aside all malice, all deceit, hypocrisy, and all evil speaking, as newborn babes, desire the pure milk of the word, that you may grow thereby." Now, today we're going to be looking at the segment, Lay Aside Malice. And in the first translation I read yesterday, it said, "Therefore, laying aside all malice." The second translation said, "So get rid of hatefulness." The next one said, "So get rid of all hateful behavior." Now, dictionary.com describes malice as a desire to inflict injury, to harm or suffering on one another, either because of a hostile impulse or out of deep-seated meanness. Why do we do that? Well, people hurt us, not God. We need to go to God, because God will help us work through the wounding in our lives, and He will heal us. People say time heals, but it doesn't. Time does not heal. God does. People stuff feelings. And even as believers, we're quick to say, "Oh, I forgive," yet it's almost like a rote. We say it, but we have stuffed the feelings so fast because we believe that that's what we're to do. A lot of times we've been told that we're not to talk about it, and we have to work through the feelings of hurt. There's only healing and freedom for what we acknowledge. It's provided for us on the cross, but we have to receive what Jesus did for us. And it's like the tip of the iceberg is a lot of times what we're aware of, because we've stuffed things. So we know that this person hurt us, but we don't acknowledge how it made us feel, how it affected our lives. And a lot of times the majority of stuff we stuff, and we're not free from that. So we say this quick prayer saying, "I choose to forgive that person," but yet we're still in bondage because we haven't acknowledged all that we are feeling and how we feel that it has affected our lives. So I have 3 challenges for you today. The first one is, throughout this video and even now, the names and images of people have popped into your mind. People who have hurt you and disappointed you, betrayed you, devastated you, or rejected you. Write down the name of each person. Challenge number 2. Write a letter to each person. Now, you will not be sending it. That's not the point of the letter. The point of the letter is to help you get your feelings on paper, to get them out from where you've stuffed them deep down. You want to say how they made you feel, how their words and actions affected your life. And you want to take your time writing these letters. Make each letter very detailed, because you want to get it all out so that you can deal with all of it. And you want to start with the smaller hurts, because some people have a hard time with this process. And if you start with the smaller wounding and you work up to the bigger ones, because oftentimes people just can't do that to the huge wounds where they've been devastated. Your third challenge is, I think I said you have 3, but there's 4. Your third challenge, when you finish each letter, acknowledge that you were hurt and angry. Don't deny it, acknowledge it. Then ask God to heal your heart. See, people think that they just choose to forgive and they go on, but their heart is still wounded. You must ask God to heal your heart, because time will not heal it. God heals your heart. Now, sometimes the healing is over a period of time, but it's God who heals. And without God's healing, it just is buried. And your last challenge, make the choice to forgive each person. And keep in mind, forgiveness is for your benefit, not theirs. Think about the people that you have hurt because of what that's happened, and it's the same thing. When people who have been hurt and wounded often hurt and wound other people. It doesn't justify their behavior, but it helps give you understanding for where they are coming from. And bottom line is, you're forgiving them so that you aren't chained to that movie that plays over and over in your mind about what happened to you and how they treated you. So bless you today as you deal with the wounding in your life. We'll see you tomorrow.